Hey guys, I'm back, and this time I'm looking at Slay the Spire, which is a little bit of a roguelike that is by, I don't remember who makes this game actually. It's Megacrit is their name. And they seem to be very on top of patches and updates. It's very impressive, the level of professionalism this game has, exuding so much polish and panache. So, what is this game? Okay, so Slay the Spire is a turn-based roguelike game where you have cards that you're collecting and using to fight enemies of all manner of variety. Your goal is to climb to the top of a spire, beat the boss, and then climb to the top of the next spire, beat the boss, rinse and repeat. I don't know, forever? I don't know, I think there must be an ending. I don't know how many times you have to climb the tower. I got to the top of the third tower and died, but it was a lot of fun. And there are unlocks. There's a bit of a meta game here, unlocking things along the way, but most of the stuff is all unlocked to begin with. In fact, we can go to Compendium. There'll be a bestiary at some point, which would be really cool. I'm looking forward to that because the enemies are very interesting. The card library shows off different cards. I'll explain what cards mean in a bit, but there's three characters. Kind of a fighter type character called the Ironclad, kind of a rogue type character called the Silent, and then the newest character who is only available in the beta that I've opted into. It's anyone that buys this game, it's in early access, the game itself, and I've opted into the beta to gain access to the blue kind of wizardy character, the Defect, I think it's called. Then colorless cards that can go in every deck, and then curses that are horrible and tend to be sort of like malices for other things that can happen to you. So, we also have relics that you can collect. These have passive effects. You can get them from boss fights, random encounters, buy them from the merchants you encounter along the way to the top of the tower. And then here's statistics. You've got character stats and achievements you've unlocked. I've only played like 3 games. I've played once as each character. All you have to do to unlock the characters is play the previous character. So, you play 2 games, you've unlocked all 3 characters. However, each character has a handful, let's say, of cards and things it can unlock that are specific to that class. So, if, for example, and I'm going to go ahead and start playing here. Actually, let's look at the settings real quick just to show them to you. Here's the credits, input settings, game settings, just so you can see what we've got set up here, and what your options are. So, if we go to play, we have a daily climb. Daily climbs are cool. I'm a big fan of like Spelunky, for example, is one of my favorite games, and being able to do a daily run against your friends for a score is very, very cool, and I love that you can do this in this game. And in an interesting twist, the daily challenge requires a specific character to be played, and then has specific modifiers that don't exist in the normal game. I think this is super cool, and I'm looking forward to eventually trying my hand at getting on the leaderboard. Okay, so the standard game. I don't know what this is going to be. I'm sure it's known by people, but I don't know what it is. Standard game is just where you pick a character. We'll play as the Ironclad. I did the best with him so far, so I'm going to try and play him. Start with health, a little bit of gold, and everyone has a starting relic. The Ironclad starting relic is Burning Blood, so he gets 6 hit points back at the end of every fight. And as you can imagine, this is a bit of a game of attrition. You don't want to take too much damage too heavily, too frequently, because that's how you're going to end up losing the game, is running out of health. I have 4 unlocks remaining. I've unlocked a handful of cards for him, and if I earn some points, I will be able to unlock yet more for him. In fact, I can show you some of the cards I've unlocked by going to the card library. You can't... Oh, right here's one. So, just as an example, here's a card I unlocked by playing as that character. Let's go back here, play, standard. So, what is this game? I've been talking for a good 3 or 4 minutes now, and we haven't even seen the game itself. So, let's embark on our journey. The first thing we're going to encounter is actually this giant mutant whale. He doesn't do much the first time you play the game, but the first time you meet a boss with a given character, not just in general, you have a new option, which I have not done yet because I've only played the game once as him, once as the other character, and then once as the wizard character, the new robot character. So I haven't actually seen this except in like another YouTube video I watched. So I can either start the game with an extra 100 gold, and I think these might be randomized. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll test that at some point. I can lose half my current hit points, go down to 40, but I'll have a maximum of 96, which is great because I will eventually get that health back. So that's actually very tempting. I can upgrade a card. Cards are how you play the game, so making every card in your deck, any card in your deck, better is always a good idea. Or I can lose my starting relic, but get a random boss relic, and boss relics are the best relics in the game. But I'd hate to give up this heal 6 health, although I did see one boss relic that replaces this literally and makes you heal 10 health. Boy, that'd be nice to start the game with. I think we're going to be able to upgrade cards as we play at campsites. And I'm sure we'll come across a couple campsites when I have enough health. I don't need to rest and heal, and I will want to upgrade a card. 100 gold is fleeting. I mean, it's nice, but it's not as good as some of these other ones here. Let's take a gamble. Let's try this. Okay, so now I have a lot of extra health, but I'm starting off a little weaker. But then again, the easiest fights in the game are at the beginning of the fight, or at the beginning of the mission. Alright, this is level 1, and the goal here is to pick a path, and then kind of make our way up every time. So these are normal fights, you can see here, just regular enemies. These guys here with the horns are elite enemies. They're tougher, but they give you better rewards. These are like random events. They could be fights. They could be like an event that makes you make a choice. They could be good events, bad events. You don't know for sure. Campsites you can go to in order to rest and get like, I think it's like 30% of your health back. Or you can upgrade a card like we talked about, which I'll show you at some point. We'll get to see that. And you make your way up here. Treasure chests are just good loot, like a relic, can be a card. So the meat of this game is getting up here to the boss, and then starting all over again. And the real meat is combat. So we're going to talk about combat. I'm going to just pick a path here. Let's do here, because it gets us to a fight, and then an event, and if the event goes well, we can maybe do another event or another fight. You don't want to skip out on fights, because fights are where you get more cards for your deck. You only start with 10 cards in your deck, and they're all starter beginner cards. And you have to build your deck up, get the better cards, you get a fight to earn them. So there's a campfire along the way here, so let's start here. Yeah, let's see, fight, random encounter, fight, camp. Let's do that. Alright, here we go. Now, battle start. I love the way this game looks, by the way. The animation is so nice. The concept here is you start with 10 cards in your deck. Basically, I have a couple very basic attacks. There's an attack card, it says right here. Strike for 6 damage. I have 4 basic defense cards that give me block. Block lasts just till the end of the turn, and it straight up mitigates damage coming at you. And then I have a bash that deals 8 damage, and it applies 2 points of vulnerable, making enemies take extra damage for a couple turns. Now the cost of the card is up here. It's a 1, a 2. You always have 3 energy to start with. And everyone's energy looks a little different. The UI looks a little different for the other characters too. So the great thing about this game, and if you're a big fan of things like Into the Breach, you'll know why this is really cool. This game tells you what's happening. It would tell me how much damage he'd be dealing if he's attacking. Now in this case, I'm not getting to find out the exact buff he's going to use on himself, but I do know it because I've fought cultists before, and he's going to cast a buff that makes his future attacks stronger. So it's very important I crush him as quickly as possible. Since he's not attacking me this turn, there's no reason to put up defenses. So I'm going to spend 3 points, 2 on bash, to do 8 damage. And now he's vulnerable, so he'll take 50% more damage from attacks, which means he'll take 9 from this. Like that. And that's all I got. Now I have a discard pile here, and here's my draw pile. I draw 5 cards sort of every turn. When I'm out of cards here, I get to reshuffle my discard pile back into my draw deck. So I only have 10 cards to start with. I get a couple really good cards early, I'm going to draw them a lot. But as the game progresses, you're going to have 20, 30 more cards in your deck, it becomes very important to also get cards that let you draw more, to cycle through your cards quicker, to get to the best stuff. Remove old cards. Like, it's nice when you get a remove effect and you've got some great attacks in your deck, you can maybe start getting rid of these old strikes. So we'll talk about that as we play. Alright, now he's going to buff himself, but I did some damage to him already. I don't know if I'm going to be able to kill him next turn necessarily. He's going to hit me for 6. I could do 6. I can do 18 to him. That's not going to cut it. Let's put a block up so that we mitigate all but 1 damage, and then just pop him for 6 and 6. And maybe next turn we can finish him off. We'll see. Oh yeah, he took 9 because he was vulnerable. Well, this is going to help a lot. That's not going to quite do it though, is it? If I bash him and make him vulnerable, I could do 9 at 17. He'll live. So let's gain some life. We are low because of our starting buff. And we do gain 6 back, so if we don't take too much damage throughout the course of these first few fights, we'll come out way ahead. So we'll take no damage from him, and we'll finish him off next turn. Should be easy. I'm sure I have tons of strikes coming up, yeah. Oh, by the way, when you look at this draw, you can look at your draw pile, but the cards that are in your draw pile are not the order you're going to get them in. It's just what's in the draw pile. And here we go. Alright, there we go. And every time you win, you get spoils. So we got 19 gold and a new card. And you always get to pick between them. So for 0, this skill card will let us draw 1, place a card from our hand on top of our draw pile, and then exhaust it. So we can just draw a new card to replace one that is in our hand. Not bad. Costs 0, so kind of a nice way to fix your deck if you really wanted or hoping for an extra block, for example. Twin Strike is nice, deal 5 damage twice. Doesn't seem like a lot, but you know, all of our basic strikes just do 6 damage for 1 point. This does 10. And there is a buff called Strength. Every point of strength makes your attacks do more damage. So if you had 2 points of strength, this would become 14 damage. I like this a lot. Headbutt, deal 9 damage. Put a card from your discard pile on top of your draw pile. So you can hit somebody for 9, which is very nice, because it's, like I said, more than your starting card does for damage for the same cost. And pull a card from your discard pile back on your draw pile to ensure you have it next turn. I like all these cards. I'm thinking about picking Twin Strike because I'm bound to get some cards that give me strength later. Alright, let's do another fight. Fighting is nice because it's how you get your stuff. In our case, we're going to get health from it too. We got 12 damage coming in. Unless I can kill something, which I actually could probably do. I could probably do 10. Yes, let's do this. We're going to do 10 damage to this guy. Oh, shoot. See, these guys have a buff. They curl up when you hit them. If you don't outright kill them, then they roll up and they gain block 3. So he's effectively got 15 health. And I should still be able to kill him with this. Twin Strike. Now he's got 3 block and 2 health. That's 5. This will kill him. And I'll put up a block. So I'll still take 1, but that's not too bad. Yep, not too bad. And now we'll strike. I guess we'll hit him again. And I can't quite kill him. I don't want to take that much damage, so we'll let it hit us for 1. We'll still come out ahead in our burning blood, and we should be able to finish him off this turn. Yeah, we got a bash. I'll do it. All right, and get a new card. Oh, yeah, we got the heavy blade. Now this is a thing I told you about strength. So if I had 2 points of strength, I wouldn't do 16 damage. I would actually do 20 because strength affects heavy blade 3 times. Entrench doubles my current block. Very cool. Very defensive. This is, by the way, an uncommon, I think. This blue border means this is a little bit more of an uncommon card. Pommel Strike. 9 damage, draw a card. This is great. I do want a heavy hit. I don't have anything that hits really hard, so let's grab that for now. Here's our first event. See what happens. Oh, just a fight. Sometimes they're just fights. Spike Slimes. He does 5 damage. I can kill him outright. But see this swirly, cloudy stuff? He's not going to just attack, he's going to do a negative effect on us. But there is no way I can kill this acid slime. He's a medium-sized enemy, it looks like. A small enemy, is that what that S and M means? I can't kill him this turn. I can kill him. And then I could put up my defend twice and take no damage. Let's do that. Here we go. And there we go. I don't know what his debuff's going to be, but it's going to probably suck. Corrosive Spit. Okay, so I have a slime card now on my deck, and that literally just means I don't get to do anything. If I'm going to draw this card once I cycle through my cards. It's going to be in my hand next turn, possibly. The turn after for sure. And it does nothing for me. So that's just going to suck. Let's gain a bunch of block. We can't kill him anyway. Might as well take no damage. He'll put another one of those slime cards in my deck, I'm sure. That must be what he does every time he attacks. Yep. And I can remove him if I pay for it. If I pay 1. Oh, I can hit him for 14. He's not attacking this turn. He's just going to do a negative effect on me. So let's go ahead and just go all out. And we should be able to finish him off next turn, even if he weakens us or does something terrible. Oh, he did weaken us. That's 25% less damage. So our attacks are a little bit less now. Now it's only 4. But that's all we need. Alright. Let's see. Seeing red. This is great because it takes 1, and then it would give us 2 more energy. Now we have 3 energy right now. So we would effectively get 4 for a turn. You can drop a lot of 1-cost spells for 4 energy. Cleave would hit all the enemies for 8. It's pretty awesome. And then here's Headbutt again. This is really good, and we can upgrade it. I know for a fact this upgrades to a 0 cost, which becomes amazing. We're almost to a campsite. We're doing pretty good on health, so let's see how it goes. Ah, kind of wish I had taken Cleave now. Okay. I have Heavy Blade, so I can outright kill something. If I cast this, I'll have 4 points. Enough to drop a Bash and a Heavy Blade. Or maybe I should put a defense up. Let's do that. By the way, Exhaust. You'll notice that card puffed into smoke. It does not go to the discard pile. It goes to your exhausted card pile. Exhausted cards are gone for the rest of the combat. Let's see here. Let's Heavy Blade and kill this guy because he's going to do 7 to us. And then we're going to bash this guy. And then we're going to... That's it. I should have struck. That's alright. We'll take 6 damage. It'll be fine. Or weakened again. That's going to do 6 damage, and that was all. Let's take him out. Let's defend. I guess we might as well just do 6. It's better than 4. Okay. Alright. We knew that was going to happen. That's alright. Once again, not a lot of options here. Let's just Twin Strike. It's a little more damage. And finish him off. He didn't have his curl up effect anymore, so we got our first potion. Gain 2 strength. Like I said, that's going to make us have 2 more damage on all of our effects. I don't think this effect goes away either, so it's nice to have for like big, like a big boss fight or mini boss. Gain 5 block and deal 5 damage. Solid for one. You can kind of do both. That's nice. Infernal Blade. Add a random attack to your hand and make it cost 0. So that's potentially very good because some of the attacks could cost 2 or 3, and having it just be like a free attack. Let's grab this. Seems fun. All right, another fight. We're doing a lot of fights. These things are creepy. They're just like mushrooms that have killed and taken over a body of a mouse. Ugh. Hey, we got it right away. That's neat. Let's try it. Headbutt. Deal 9 damage. Place a card from your discard pile on top of your draw deck. Okay. So if we deal 14 damage to something, like this guy, we can headbutt, and we're gonna get next turn for sure. Cool. I like that. Headbutt is really good. I should maybe grab that. Ooh, I forgot they did that. On death, they apply vulnerability for 2 turns. Ugh. Okay, we knew where this was coming. He's gonna do a lot. Let's put this up and Heavy Blade him. That way we won't get vulnerable. He's going to just do a buff anyway, so we can kill him at our leisure next turn. It's not too bad. He's a priority target now because he'll be easy to kill. So let's take him out. Make him vulnerable for a couple turns. I wish I had this. It would have been nice to... Oh man, we're one turn. Oh, we're going to take 13. We didn't even draw a block that turn. Ouch. That's pretty rough. Alright, well, that's fine. We will take him out right now. We will have to probably camp after all. Draw 3 cards for a Swift Potion. And Hemiokinesis. Lose 3 health, but do 14 damage for 1. Flex. Gain 2 strength, but then lose it at the end of the turn. True Grit. Gain 7 block, but then you have to exhaust a random card in your hand. I like this. We're low on health, I realize, but 14 is a lot for 1. Let's take that. Let's go camp. We're going to need our health back. Oh, that did just get our health back. There we go. That helps a lot. Alright, our first mini-boss. Oh, this guy's a tough one. Okay. Starts with 8 armor, 8 block, and 111 health. And he gains block every turn automatically because of Metallicize 8. That's not ideal. Let's do this. Let's drink our Strength Potion. And we're going to hit him with Twin Strike. I woke him up. Hit him again. He's stunned this turn, so we're going to just pound on him as much as we can. Okay. Alright. This is our chance to really hit him. We're going to... Yeah, let's do that so we can do all these at once. We might as well block and take some of that 18 off, though. Yeah. 18 is a lot. This is gonna suck. Ouch. But we can take one big hit like that, for sure. Alright. Well... tempted. Let's put up 10 points of block right away and then do this. Hey, look at that heavy blade. Nice. 30 damage because of vulnerable. That was really good. One more hit like that and we'll have him beat. We're gonna take 8 though. That's not too bad. I wish we had more health, but what are you gonna do? Is he still vulnerable? No, I would have killed him outright. 28. Shoot. I can't kill him. What's he... Oh, he's not. He's going to do a negative effect. Let's just pound on him. 1 damage. Ugh. Siphon Soul. Jeez. There we go. Gold. Ooh. Upon picking up a Whetstone, we're going to upgrade 2 of the random attack cards in our deck. Both of them were just the generic strikes, but now they're actually pretty useful because one cost for 9 damage is pretty good. And we have a Fear Potion that applies vulnerable for 3 turns, and get a new card. Rage, whenever you play an attack, gain 3 block. This is really good. I like this a lot. At the end of your turn, you lose a point of damage, but you do 5 damage to all of your enemies. This is a power, so once you play it, it lasts for the rest of the combat. And this lets you hit really hard, and it costs less for each time you are hit in combat. Let's grab... I feel like we should be playing more defensively. But I like this a lot. It does a lot of damage over time, especially to a small group of enemies. And losing 1 hit point isn't that big a deal. Let's get this. Okay. We could go this way and go to another campfire if we needed to, so... We'll... Oh, I'm kind of glad I got Combust now. Hopefully I get it pretty early. I didn't. We have... Oh my god, so much damage coming in. Let's draw some more cards. Okay. Alright. We got some defenses. Let's put this up so we can defend as much as we can. And do a... What's this? Deal 4 damage to all enemies. Heal for unblocked damage. Wow. That helps. Yeah. That was pretty nice. This Gremlin Wizard's charging up. That seems like a bad thing. He might be a priority target. Let's do that. Oh, if we take this guy out, there's a lot less damage coming in. He's still charging up. I think we gotta take him out next turn. I think that's a huge hit, if I remember right. Oop, that'll do it. 25 damage. Good grief. Hey, this will do it. He'll take 5 from our combustion spell. Boom. Ah, worked out pretty good. Apply 6 poison. Poison's really cool because it does 6 damage, and then 5, then 4, then 3 every turn. It's nice. Oh, we can just have Reaper. Let's grab that. Nice. Okay, so let's go up this path here. Either one gets us a chest, so we'll go up here and go to camp. What do we get? A pair. Maximum hit points raised by 10. That's a lot of hit points. Okay, let's go up here. 70 hit points, and now we have Reaper. I'm going to upgrade something. In fact, I'd like to upgrade Reaper. Now it does 5 damage. That's pretty good. What else can we upgrade? I like the idea of upgrading this so it's 0. Because then you just have 2 extra. And it doesn't have any other real drawbacks. That would be better if we had some actual strength in the deck. Let's upgrade Reaper. There we go. Okay. We have an event. Let's see what the event is. Walk into the room and find a large hole in the ground. As you approach the hole, an enormous serpent creature appears from within. Ho ho! Hello, hello! What have we got here, hello adventurer? I ask a simple question. The most fulfilling of lives is that in which you can buy anything. Do you agree? We get a lot of gold, but we become cursed, which is a card that becomes part of our deck. And that would mean it's an unplayable card. You just draw it, you can't use it, and then you just gain weak for 1 turn. That sucks. But you can pay money at merchants to remove cards. It costs 75 gold the first time you do it. So we would actually be coming out ahead 100 gold. But we'd have to wait until we got to a merchant, and I don't remember. I don't know if there's a way to look. I don't know if we have a merchant coming up, but let's just go for it. We have a merchant coming up, so that's not too bad. Actually, let's do another event. Oh, it is an event. Oh, okay. Scrap ooze. As you walk into the room, you hear a gurgling and the grinding of metals. Before you is a slime-like creature that ate too much scrap for its own good. From the center of the creature, you see glints of strange light, perhaps something magical. Looks like you can get some treasure if you reach inside. The opening, however, inside that's opening. However, the acid and sharp objects may hurt. So I can lose 3 hit points and have a 25% chance to find a relic. But I know for a fact, if it works like other events like this, if I try, I can keep trying and the odds go up. Let's try it. Okay, let's try it again. Oh God. Oh come on, I'm in for a penny. All right. Hey, I found it. Oh my God, was it worth it? If you end your turn without block, you gain the 6 block. It's actually pretty awesome. Well, shoot. That's a lot of damage. Okay, well, hopefully this is going to be something we can use Reaper on. He's going to do 13 to us, and we have got to get our defenses going. I guess I could have had 6 free block, but that's not going to help him. It's 13 damage. Okay, let's see what we got here. We can hit him. What do we got here? Maybe we should put some poison on him. Let's put poison on him. Let's hit him for 9. And 10 more. And we'll go ahead and combust. And we will get 6 block, so that's actually pretty awesome. Not bad. Not bad. I mean, kill him right now. Well, no, I guess we can't because we're weak, but we can still kill him. There we go. And we'll get 6 points back. And we're going to do card. Warcry Whirlwind. Deal 5 damage to all enemies X times. So if we had like 3 energy when we cast it, we would do 15 to everything. That's awesome. Let's grab that. A merchant. Hello, merchant. Fire breathing. At the end of your turn, for each attack played this turn, deal 1 damage to all enemies. Oh, it's a power. So just every time you attack, you're doing 1 damage to everything. That seems really good. Secret Weapon is an uncolored card, so it can go in anyone's deck. Choose an attack from your pile, draw pile, and place it in your hand. That's pretty good. Deal 5 damage and copy of this card in your discard pile. Oh, so you can just keep on using it over and over again. Oh, that's really cool. This is on sale. Exhaust all non-attack cards in your hand to do 16 damage. That seems really good. Any potions of health or anything? Well, let's do this first. Let's remove doubt. We will remove all doubt. And this seems like it could be really good. What are our potions? Bottle Tornado. We have a lot of money. We could afford to buy a relic. Upon pickup, choose a power card, and at the start of each combat, this card will be in your hand. Wow. Bronze Scales. Whenever you take damage, deal 3 damage back. Ginger. You can no longer become weakened. Wow, that would be pretty awesome, too. I like having poison as well. Weak and vulnerable are nice. Let's get this. Choose a card for Bottle Tornado. Combust. Okay. So, now I just have Combust at the start of my hand, every time I play the game. That's cool. Let's grab this as well. Right, or do we need more blocks in the deck? We have a lot of attacks. Not that many powers. I almost wish I had bought this first, before I bought this. Bottle Tornado, because this would have been really nice to have in my starting hand every game. Damn, that would have been really good. Okay. Let's get this. And this. Okay. That seems pretty good. We gotta go rest before we fight the boss. Okay. 69's not a lot of health, but let's see what the boss is. I think it's a random boss. Yeah, I've never fought this guy before. Okay, so I did start with Combust, and I will put it up. And I will also... He's just sleeping, so let's put a random attack. Carnage is ethereal, so I had to use it right now where I lose it. But that's okay, because it's 0. It costs nothing. And let's hit him. Okay, not bad. Splits at 50% health in the smaller ones. Oh, he slimed us. Ooh, that sucks. That's anger. That's a cool idea for a card. Do I need 4? Yeah, let's do 4. Should have done that first. Would have made him vulnerable for the anger. Okay, so he's gonna split here pretty soon, right? Oh, exactly right now. Alright, he split into a spiked slime and an acid slime, so that's awesome. This guy's gonna do 11 to us. We'll hit him for 14. We'll put up this block here, and we will gain 5 from this. That'll be good. That'll protect us. Plus, I got my combustion going, so. Ugh, that sucks. Okay. Well, I can Reaper. That'll be good. What are my potions again? Apply vulnerable. Yeah, let's do that. Let's put this on him. And we're gonna Reaper. Need some health. We're gonna Twin Strike this guy. Oh. That would do 0 damage right now. I didn't notice that was in my hand. Oh, that's right. He's splitting. The smaller slams will also probably mess my deck up. Alright, I got a... Oh, 1 slime isn't too bad. Should I focus on these guys and try and kill him? He's gonna do 10 damage to me. I can kill him. This is a lot of damage though, but I'll get 6 block from my Orichalcum, this stuff from Skyrim. Alright. More slime cards in the deck. They do become exhausted, at least. So they're only in your hand once, and then they become exhausted. Oh no, that's if I play it, it becomes exhausted. Ugh. Let's hit this guy for 14. I'll make him split, stop him attacking me. Let's hit this guy. I was hoping that would kill him. No one's attacking me, so let's just do... I hate to spend the extra damage on... or lose the extra damage, but... Oh, I forgot about the combustion. That was going to finish him off. Dang it. That was okay. We're doing really good. And also... important to note, when you defeat a boss, you get all your health back. So we're gonna be sitting really good because of our early game plus 16 maximum health once that happens. We got this. There you go. Now we can't lose. He can't do 56 damage in one turn. Die. Alright, cool. Now, here's what's cool about boss fights. You actually get a boss relic to pick. Oh man, another Reaper. Doubles your strength. I don't have any. I have one effect that gives me strength. No, that was a potion. Ooh! I had this last game. Deal 10 damage. If it kills an enemy, you get +3 permanent maximum hit points. Exhaust. You can only do it once every fight, but... Man, I almost want another Reaper, but let's get this, because that's another healing thing. Alright, here's where we get to pick a boss relic. Runic Pyramid. At the end of your turn, you no longer discard your hand. Draw one less card each turn. Oh, that's wild. Jeez, you'd end up with a ton of cards in your hand. Lizard Tail. When you would die, heal 50% of your max hit points, works once. Oh, that's really amazing, too. Cast Calling Bell. Obtain 3 curses and 3 relics. I did this once. I got 3 curses in my hand. They all sucked. I did get 3 relics. They were pretty good. I'm not sure it's good or not. It's really tough because it's all random, so... I tell you what, for purposes of the video, let's do this one just to show off 3 of the curses and 3 of the relics. Alright, here's our curses. Parasite. If transformed or removed from your deck, lose 3 maximum hit points. Otherwise, it's just an unplayable card that sits in your hand and it takes up a slot. Unplayable. Oh, innate. You start with this in your card in your hand. God, that sucks. Pain. While in your hand, lose 1 hit point when other cards are played. Oh, that's brutal. What did I get? I got a Dreamcatcher. Whenever you rest, you may add a card to your deck. Oh, that's cool. Hourglass. At the start of your turn, deal 3 damage to all enemies. Nice. And whenever you exhaust a card, deal 3 damage to all enemies. Alright. Well, see how that goes. Now, what we need to do now in Act 2 in the city, and I'm not going to keep playing on the stream, on the video here. I will sort of end things here in a moment, but that's my plan, of course, is to make my way to the merchant and remove a card from my deck. Not the Parasite, I guess, but probably Writhe. I think is the one that starts in my hand every time. Yeah, like, I want to get rid of Writhe. I mean, it's bad enough having, like, these, but, ugh. Unfortunately, I think removing a card costs more every time you do it, so I'm going to have to go through, like 4 fights with those cards, and then pay probably 100 gold, just to get rid of it. So, anyway, I'll take care of that, at some point in the future. But I'll sign off here. I've been playing for a little over half an hour. Kind of just wanted to show the game off. I feel like it's worth looking at. It's 16 bucks on Steam. It may be available other places. I got it on Steam, and it's very fun. It seems like the kind of game you could just sort of just putter around with for ages, weeks, months, years. It's still in early access. I think the timeline looks like release this summer, and they're coming along very well. Like I said, they've been putting out patches every week. When I was kind of going back and looking, and every patch added more relics, more potions, more like enemies and cards, like all kinds of content keeps being added over and over again every time I look. And I think this is going to be a really, really big deal when it finally launches. I think it's a big deal right now. Okay, well, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or would like to see any more of this game, let me know, and I'd be up for that for sure. Otherwise, in the meantime, I will talk to you next time.